Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
That is an entire thing. If you look at this thing in entirety, yes, so this page looks very familiar with the one that we saw for the IB. But what about the green box? Change the attention. The change the attention process. We learned about this when we are talking about the change detection method or the change detection process. Correct. So now, as of entry moment and effective date, they are already chosen for me. And what is the as of entry moment? The current time. Isn't it? It is the current agent time. 1st of May, 8:24 p.m. And the effective date by default has been chosen as of 1st of May. But what happened to the last successful as of entry moment and last successful as of date, as of effective date? Why are they blank? This is the first time we are running. There was no last successful run. Isn't it? There was no last successful run. This is the first time we are running it. How will it know the last successful run? Got it. So let's put some values. Let's put some values and say, okay, from this date onwards, we are going to just like we had our higher date kind of thing, right? The from higher date and the to higher date. So you can select. Okay, let's say from 01/01/2000. Whatever entry has been made from the 1st of January 2000 and on, or before, effective date also. Let's say the effective date is also 01/01/00. So this is the one that we are looking for the last 22 years and 4 months. You want the data. Now, if you are running a test, and if you want the output for only specific workers, right? You are just testing it out. Then you can include the name of those workers. But remember, this is mostly for testing. If you are looking, if you want to see if your output is correct or something right, if you want to see whether your file, your integration is working, you have to all the fields that you need. Do not want to run it for all the workers. You just want to run it for a few workers. You want to see the output, just like the test option that we had in our report. Here also you can specify some specific workers. You can specify 5, 10, 15, as many as you want. Right, you can see let's from. Using these parameters, but this is typically for testing. We do not want to override the change detection mechanism. Okay, if you want to restrict results by organization, extract workers only for the specified organization, and all support you can see here again. If I choose Executive, Management, if I choose that, then again I'm filtering. I'm filtering my results to only a particular group of organizations. Right? I'm only filtering my work because this is only again. It's done for testing purposes. Right, if I want to see if the worker information is coming out properly. And the last option that we see on the screen is a full file. Full file will extract the worker as if the as of entry moment and effective date, regardless of whether or not they have changed. So we are overriding. You're stopping the change detection process. Okay, we are saying no, do not look for the change detection. Whatever workers are available as of the as of entry moment, give that in the output. So typically, what we do is for the first run of the integration in production, when we are actually handing over data from work into an external system, the first run we typically do a full file. Right, the first run is typically a full file. The subsequent runs are change files. Right, makes sense. The first one is a complete load. Whatever information we have in work, they will send all the data to the other system. And then going forward, after that, we send changes. Okay, so let me not click on full file, because we have chosen a broad enough date range. Right, and then let me click on this view background process. Is very similar to what we saw for the IP, isn't it? And we will have the option to refresh as well. See, if I scroll down, it will show you the parameters that I have used to run. I mean, same for EIBs as well. If we scroll down while the process is still running, you could see the parameters, the report source, the transformation step. If you have all those will show up here, so you can select. You can verify what were the launch parameters. So here we have the launch parameters available with us. Okay, now we have chosen a very wide date range. There will be a lot of workers. So it's processing. Let's look at the messages. So it says identifying eligibility and data changes, if any, for 350 workers. So there are 350 workers who are eligible for this output. What was the eligibility criteria we had selected? We had set, I choose only one field, right, exempt. The one-way ID and that username are our custom fields that we want to be included in the output. But the eligibility criteria was exempt. They're only looking at exempt workers as part of the right. So yeah, that was the only eligibility criteria. So it means that from 1st of January 2000, still today, we have around 350 workers in the system whose primary position is marked as exempt. Right. There may be more workers in the system, but their profiles are not marked as exempt. So let's look at the messages again. So it says OK, identifying eligibility and data changes for 350 workers. Data audit for 350 workers. So yes, it looked data audit. Okay. Was there any change? Diagnostic audit for 350 workers with transactional changes. Was there any change in transactional data? Then it created the output for 351. So it said, okay, you know what 350 workers are. Okay, to be sent in the output. So in the output also we have 350 workers. Great. Right. So let's look at the output files. Here is our output.xml. This is the deliverable file. So this is our output.xml file. Let me click on that and let me save it. So big enough file. So let me go to the folder. It's still downloading. Let me refresh it. Alright, here it is. So, open with. Let me just copy that. Alright. And then I will open it up in my OBAD. ++. Okay, here is the file.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.